Hi, I'm Andy Burrows here at Biotech Week Boston for BWB TV. I'm here with Graham Chinawith, who's CMO of ARMI. Welcome.
Hey, great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Kick things off, what need is ARMI trying to address?
Well, we've come into this space of regenerative medicine with the focus on providing all of the companies that have been producing miracles across labs in the US with the tools they need to scale those new therapies to bring them to market.
Okay, and how do you plan to address this need?
Well, it's a really exciting partnership between the US government, specifically the Department of Defense, which has invested $80 million, which we collected a coalition of more than 100 different partner organizations to bring another $200 million to the table to invest in the development of tools so that we can take these therapies and go from a situation in which you've been able to do it once to prove out something in a preclinical context into phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and really develop the technology so that when you move through that regulatory process, you are using the set of technologies that you'll ultimately use when you're producing it commercially. One of the big challenges in the regenerative medicine field, specifically in engineered tissues and organs, is the inability to use that, the processes you use to make the therapies in that preclinical and clinical context is not the same that you need to scale up commercially. And so what we're doing is we're investing into that space to allow these therapies to really come to market, which, they're incredibly promising and really could be transformative once we bring them.
Absolutely, and what steps are you taking to accomplish this goal?
Well, we've done a bunch of different things. First, I think, is that we've developed an ecosystem. So there really hasn't been one good place for companies that are connected to the engineered tissue and organ space to gather. The focus for larger or broader, more regenerative medicine focus has included cell and gene therapy, which has unique challenges of their own, but certainly engineered tissues and organs have different challenges. And so what we've done is bring this ecosystem together, we're holding events, we're putting out project calls that we've asked for responses. We've been amazed at the types of technologies that people have been proposing. In our first year, we funded more than 19 technical projects, and we've also been focused on workforce development. So we've also funded 6 different projects inside of the education workforce development space. So we're really excited. We're bringing people together, we're investing, we're creating collaborative teams, and we think that's really going to be the catalyst to drive this industry from one where we've seen a lot of innovation, but not a lot of commercialization, into one where we're seeing both.
I'm interested by those technologies, the technical projects that you're working on. Could you give an example of?
Well, some of them are really exciting. I mean, you think about what you need to do to produce an engineered tissue, and it's five components really at the end of the day. You've got to seed your cells, you've got to expand your cells, you've got to develop your scaffolds, you've got to merge those two, the scaffolds and the cells, and then you've got to mature them, and then you've got to package and ship them. And so we've focused on each one of these different areas that for investment. The other exciting thing that we're doing is not just, kind of for our investment thesis, not just coming from a top down, sitting in a boardroom about where we need to fund projects, but also doing bottoms up. So we recently put out a project call and said, hey, if you were going to manufacture an engineered tissue today, who has the equipment that would be used? So we're in the process of buying that so that then we can start putting it together in the lab and seeing not only where is the theory that there's gaps here, but where practically can we manage, can we adapt technologies and bring more design partners to the table to be able to push these therapies forward. Because that's really what is going to get, I think, this industry off the ground and going to be exciting for us is, when are we seeing, more clinical trials, more in-human trials of all these different therapies, whether or not they're the stuff that's kind of the earliest on, like skin, tendon, muscle, cartilage, or whether they're further away, and we're starting with organoids, with kidneys or liveroids or other organs.
Okay, that's interesting. Good luck, and thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for having me.